It's your boy B New. I'm coming at you live, man. What's going on with your DP, man? Of course, we all saw what unfolded this afternoon with the Los Angeles Lakers and the Memphis Grizzlies. And if you listen to everything I said, it unfolded exactly the way that I predicted in a victory for the Los Angeles Lakers, because prior to this game and prior to this series beginning, I said that the loss of Steven Adams and not having Brandon Clark was going to be huge for the Memphis Grizzlies, because they were going to have nobody to deal with that of Anthony Davis. And of course, Anthony Davis played big. If you look at AD throughout the course of the game, his total plus minus was plus 27. And you just don't really get much better than that. And yo, Ryan, I'm with you, baby boy. Hey, get them brooms ready. It's time to go on and sweep him out the way, because I'm telling you, that injury with John Morant does not look good. And I really hate for it to be like that, because as you all know, before the series began, I picked the Lakers in 6. But, now with John Morant going down, I just really don't feel like that it will be an extended series. Even if he was here, I still might have had to switch it up to Lakers in 5. And just like I said, because the lack of presence of a big man for the Memphis Grizzlies, it was going to be an issue. Because as you can see, Jarrett Jackson Jr. held his own against LeBron James and actually bullied LeBron James. And that's hard to do. That's hard to do for anybody, to bully a LeBron James. But Jarrett Jackson Jr., whenever he got LeBron James down in the post one-on-one, he really had his way with him. But I'm glad that LeBron James stepped up to the challenge and said, yo, I will take on the challenge of guarding the Jarrett Jackson Jr. and Anthony Davis. You can come back, and you have to come back and step it up and help me out when you're coming from the weak side pressure. But at the end of the day, LeBron James did just enough, because that was key, because Jarrett Jackson Jr. Was not able to really get into much of a rhythm, if you really think about it, because that of Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis had a monster game from below. There's no way that Xavier Tillman can hold him. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that, Monte, for real. Rui was cooking. He did his thing. I said before the series started as well that 2 big players were going to come up big, and both of those players came up big, was Rui Hachimura and, of course, Austin Reaves. I'm telling you what, especially, we'll talk more about what Austin Reaves did down the stretch of the game. Took over just like Hillbilly Kobe, like we thought he would and knew he was capable of doing. But what I really want to focus on is not only that, but what I thought was going to be very important coming into today's game was the play of D'Angelo Russell, because we saw D'Lo did not have a particularly well game in the play-in game against Minnesota. Really lost his job in that game, mainly to Dennis Schroeder. I thought maybe this could have an effect on his confidence. And then if you look back to last year, you just saw D'Lo really didn't have a lot. Hold on, do I think the Lakers is the best team in the Western playoffs? Yes. Yeah, I absolutely do, because at the end of the day, you have to have 2 players, right? And I've always said this. If you go back and listen to anything I've always said over the course of the NBA, the history of the NBA, all championship teams consisted of a 2-headed snake with what I call a dynamic duo. So whether you're talking about a Isaiah Thomas and a Joe Dumars, whether you're talking about a Larry Bird and McHale, although we know they did have, Dennis Johnson and some other great Hall of Fame players around them, Robert Parrish. But when you looked at the Celtics, you knew you was going to have to deal with an elite defense. Yes, indeed. And of course, since the trade deadline, I'm telling you, the Lakers have had the #1 defense PER in the league. And I'm telling y'all, Vanderbilt, and I'm going to say this about Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt played excellent on John Morant at the beginning of the game. You could tell Ja really could not get it going in the first quarter. He was eventually finding his way. One move I didn't like in the latter stages of the game is when John Morant went to the bench and Jarrett Vanderbilt briefly covered Jarrett Jackson Jr. And Jarrett Jackson Jr. really started having his way with him. So Vanderbilt, I don't think, has the strength enough to team with it. And that just shows you LeBron James, even though he was giving him all he could handle, Jarrett Jackson Jr. is an elite player in the NBA on both sides of the basketball. He hits some big threes. He has truly earned his all-star status in this league, and he played big. I'm telling you what, but just not big enough, because he is still not on the level of Anthony Davis. Just shows you why he is an elite player that he is, because there's really not too many players in the NBA who contend with Anthony Davis down low in the paint. Anthony Davis tonight only had 22 points, and a lot of those points was late. And I want to point this out too, because as we're going to talk more about Austin Reaves, I must say that in the fourth quarter, LeBron James only had one shot attempt. AD only had one shot attempt up until the final minutes when they got a couple of breakaway turnovers and was really just putting the game away. But they were not, what that says is they were making the correct plays by helping get other teammates involved. Not only were they making the correct plays, they were also deferring. And there's nothing wrong with deferring, because you can defer in this league. And I know this because people want to say LeBron James is selfish. And of course, we got the haters out here who are going to say, oh, it was Austin Reaves who led them. LeBron James shied away at the end of the game. He's not capable of doing it, when we just saw 2 weeks ago against Utah in overtime who stepped up and won the game. But it's a matter of deferring sometimes. And LeBron James, he saw Austin Reaves had it going on the previous possession. And if you notice, the next possession, LeBron kicked out from a double team, kicked it to AR for the top of the key three. That was 5 points in a row. So at that point, when LeBron James came up the court, immediately he said, I'm going to give it to AR and let them get to cooking, and let them start cooking. And that's exactly what he did. AR started mixing it up, going into his little bag of tricks. And I'm telling you what, man, we still cannot say enough about Rui Hachimura, because if you think about it, Rui Hachimura has scored the most points off the bench for a Lakers team in the playoffs, really broke the record with 29 points. And if you look at it, this is the first time, y'all. I don't know if y'all know this, but this is the first time since 1988 that the Los Angeles Lakers have had 4 20-point scorers in the playoffs. 4 20-point scores in a playoff game. And it's been since 88. And I bet you y'all already know who it is before I name him. Kareem. Magic. Of course, James Worthy. And of course, Byron Scott, of course. So that was a very formidable Lakers team. But back to what I was saying again, that shows that it is a well-rounded team. It is a team effort. And like I've been saying, this is a new-look Lakers team. After the trade deadline, you're talking about a record that is tops in the league, second in the league, and a defense that has been number 1 in the league. So this is going to be a very different series. And I'm telling y'all, just like you saw yesterday, everybody, Golden State this, Golden State that. Golden State is going to have their hands full with Sacramento. As far as I know, Golden State has a very poor road record this year. Golden State has not been able to win on the road. So if it does go 7 in Sacramento, that does not bode well for Golden State right now. And I'm looking at a matchup in the next round of the Lakers easily being able to handle them. And I know everybody is hollering out Phoenix. I know everybody thinks Phoenix this and what their record is since Kevin Durant has joined them. But myself, I'm still not a believer in Phoenix Suns just yet, because they don't have a bench. And you have to have a bench. And if y'all notice today, what did the Lakers do? Darvin Ham, I have to give him his credit. He shortened the leash for the playoffs. He did not go deep into the bench. He shortened it. And of course, as you notice, there was no playing time by Lonnie Walker, which those minutes had been waning away anyway. But if you look at Malik Beasley, only had 10 minutes. I think he was a -4 from the floor. If Malik Beasley is not really getting it going from outside, he doesn't serve much of a purpose to your team. So I'm telling y'all right now, and I don't want to get off topic because I know we're still talking about playoffs, but what I want to talk about is for next season. This is what I'm saying. What you're going to have to do is retain the services of Austin Reaves. What you're going to have to do is retain the services of Rui Hachimura, and then you're going to be good to go, because I've been saying this. Hachimura gives you that 3-and-D guy. Sure, Lonnie Walker could come in and hit those big threes. Of course he could. But can Lonnie Walker come in and play the defense that Rui Hachimura can, as far as being a great wing defender? Because we saw in the previous games when the Lakers, and that's why I'm saying how versatile they are, when Vanderbilt started, not playing as well, fumbling the ball, not hitting shots, because he plays that great defense. But guess what? Vanderbilt, they're going to leave you. Vanderbilt, they're going to leave you wide open. And Vanderbilt not really going to come through. What about Shooter? What's up with you, RJ, man? What's going on with you, quick, baby? Schroeder, hell of a game by Schroeder. He only played limited minutes in 20 minutes. That's because he got himself in foul trouble. You know, he had 3 fouls, and Darvin Ham elected to put him in the last 2 minutes of the first half. I was holding my breath the whole time, hoping that he would not get, appreciate you there, JR, man. Thank you, thank you. But he would not get himself into foul trouble going into the halftime. And basically, Dennis Schroeder did not, and he played excellent defense. And when I'm telling you, somebody who can fight through a screen, man, 2 players I got to give big ups to right now for fighting through screens, closing off, and playing pretty damn good on-ball defense is that of Austin Reaves and that of course, Dennis Schroeder, because whenever there was a high screen set and there was a pick, Austin Reaves was, man, fighting through a screen, fight through another screen, staying glued to Desmond Bane. And on one particular play, I don't know if you guys remember this, but Desmond Bane was shooting a 3 from the corner. And as he shot the 3 from the corner, Reeves got ball first and then hand, which is by the textbook, not a definition of a foul. They could have challenged. You left away a challenge in your back pocket. I guess you want to save it just in case the game was close. But he hit the 3 free throws. But I think it could have been the very next play. Correct me if I'm wrong. But if it wasn't, it was like a couple of plays later where, salute to you, my boy, when Austin Reaves came around the screen, and guess what he did? He got a block shot. Man, that's what I'm telling you, JR, a block shot from the side, from behind. So he still did not give up on the play. And even though he's chasing the screen, he was still able to get the deflection. And that's what I'm telling you. I don't know what the market is going to command from Austin Reaves in the offseason, but what we do know is Austin Reaves is a restricted free agent, so the Lakers will get a chance to match that offer sheet. We don't know if Jeannie Buss will dip into the luxury tax, but at this point, I'm thinking maybe you can trade away Beasley. You can free up some cap room. At this point, we're going to have some serious discussions to talk about in the offseason concerning that of D'Angelo Russell. I love D-Lo game, but at this time, I'm feeling like Dennis Schroeder could actually play that role if it can save you millions of dollars and you can get other quality players on your roster, because as you can see, you need that 2-headed monster and you need great role players, and that's exactly what the Lakers have went out and done. And I'm telling y'all right now, it's nobody in the Western Conference right now that I look at and say they can beat the Lakers in a 7-game series. Not the Denver Nuggets. They do not match up well against the Los Angeles Lakers. The Denver Nuggets, I'm telling you right now, right bleeping now, I'm telling you, they can play drop coverage and pick and roll, whatever they want to do. Jokic cannot 10 with this AD right here. I'm telling you, they are not. That's right, Schroeder, AR, and Rui. And Schroeder should be easily to keep. We know he messed himself up on the market. He wants to be in Los Angeles. You have to remember this about Dennis Schroeder. When he was first drafted into the league, Darvin Ham was an assistant coach to Atlanta. He kind of coached Schroeder up, and they are very close as far as coach-player relationship. Dennis Schroeder knew he dropped a bag with Los Angeles a couple of years ago when he went out and tested the free market and ultimately cost himself $70 to $80 million. And now it's kind of been a journeyman with the Celtics, and I think maybe at the Rockets at the end of the year or wherever he went. But man, hey, that's true. AR undrafted. He about to get paid. He said he wasn't going to leave the money on the table. But Lakers go out here and win this championship, that might be a different story, because you have to realize all the extra money you can make off of endorsements in a market like Los Angeles. You will be unprecedented. If Reeves, you go somewhere else, go to Charlotte Hornets, see what'll happen. You're not going to get that extra money and that publicity. You stay in the Los Angeles market. I'm not telling the Lakers to cheat them, you know what I mean? But I hope he don't think he getting $35 million a year, $30 million a year. If they can somehow get Austin Reaves to agree to $18 to $22 million a year, then that would be perfect, And then the Lakers would be able to retain their services. But at the end of the day, I want what's best for AR. I think he's a phenomenal player, and his confidence has only got better. And I don't know if you all know this or heard this, but it was mentioned, I think, in the pregame presser that the LeBron James and Anthony Davis had a pre-team meeting, got everybody together and told everybody, listen, it's time to buckle up and fasten your seatbelts. We are about to go to the finals, because this is the confidence we have in this team. Get on my back, get on AD back, and let's get moving. Because like I'm going back to what I'm going to say before, dynamic duos have always won championships, whether it was Shaq and Kobe, whether it was Scotty and Mike, whether it was Isaiah Thomas and Dumars, Bird and McHale. It doesn't matter who it was, Dr. J and Malone. Look, Dr. J could never get it done till Moses came on over and they were able to get it done. That's just been the nature of this league. And when you have two superstars like that of LeBron James and that of Anthony Davis, it is going to be difficult to defend with. And like I said, 4 players tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers, 4 players tonight with 20-plus points. You're talking about LeBron James had a quiet night, but I wish I could have a quiet night like he had. 21 points, 11 rebounds, 2-10 to a chip. You're right, baby. Started off 2-10, but guess what? And a lot of people thought that this was their same old team. This is not the Russell Westbrook, Pat Bev Los Angeles Lakers. This is, and I'm going to say this before I get into more of the statistics that I was just about to speak on. What I want to point out is this Lakers team has everything that constitutes a championship team, because you got to think about this. A rim protector in Anthony Davis, who is a great defensive player. You got to think about that. Then you have a player like Vanderbilt, who can go out and do your dirty work, who can guard positions almost 1 through 5 and be able to go out. Like if they play the Suns, you could put Vanderbilt on KD. I guarantee he can get the job done and give LeBron a break and let AD roam in that paint. And when AD can roam, and the Lakers do a lot of switching, and when they switch, you got versatile players who can handle the switches and close out on shooters and come and help from the weak side. And if they kick out, get back. Because I'm telling you, the level at which Schroeder was closing out was amazing. But back to what I was saying about LeBron James. Quiet night for LeBron James, but like I said, I wish I could have a night that quiet. 21 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. LeBron James, 2 steals, 3 blocks, 3 great blocks. And he started off slow from 3. He ultimately finished 3 from 8 out of 3. If you do the math, that's 38%, which is very respectable in this league from 3-point. If you shoot 38%, then that's pretty good. And that's exactly what he did. Paul Elect says the Lakers must hope they don't face the Nuggets in the playoffs. The Nuggets cannot beat the Lakers. Let me turn you on to something, Paul. The Nuggets, and I'm telling y'all, if the Nuggets play the Lakers in the playoffs and beat them, I promise you, whoever on this feed now, take a screenshot of it. I'll send every one of y'all $1. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can afford. But now, real talk though, if the Nuggets can beat the Lakers in a series, I'll put on a Nuggets jersey on here. Because I'm telling you right now, no way Jokic can guard Anthony Davis in a pick-and-roll situation. He has absolutely no pick-and-roll defense. Whether you dropping or blitzing, the Lakers have whoever it is to make it pay. D'Lo can run that pick-and-roll. Schroeder can run that pick-and-roll. LeBron can run that pick-and-roll. And you can switch positions. LeBron could be the picker. He could be the roller. He could be the one initiating. It's too many options. I'm telling y'all right now, they would smack them. And I'm telling you right now, the Lakers not fearing anybody in the Western Conference. I've been saying it for over a month. Go back and check the tape. I know what I'm saying. I've been doing this for about 30 years. Jokic, terrible. Tell him again, quick. Tell him again. I'm going to call you DJ. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, like I said, LeBron James again, 3 out of 8 from 3. 38% was a +7 on the floor. Started off a little bit slow. We know he had 4 days off to recover. He got to get back into a rhythm. We'll see how well he plays Wednesday night. But this is Anthony Davis series because like I've been saying, without Steven Adams. Now, and I'm telling y'all right now, if they had Steven Adams, I wouldn't be even this confident because this was probably going to be the hardest matchup for the Los Angeles Lakers. But Steven Adams has so much presence on the defensive end as far as being a rim protector, being a big body to clog up the paint. He would not allow a LeBron James to come in and Jokic is the best player in the world. How is he terrible? I wouldn't go that far to say Jokic is the best player in the world. He's a damn good player, but best player in the world, come on, fam. Best player in the world by what standards? What's your standards of saying that Jokic is the best player in the world? I mean, I would love to know what the standards were for that. There's a lot of things that Jokic isn't capable of doing, and there's a lot of things that he is capable of doing. I'm not knocking him. He's definitely a top 5 player in this league, but is he the best player in the world? I'd rather have Giannis. Myself, I would much rather have Giannis. I would probably rather have Anthony Davis, a healthy Anthony Davis. But anyway, then going back to what I was saying, 4 players, first time for those of you just not joining me, 4 players since 1988 who have gotten 20 points for the Los Angeles Lakers in the playoff, and that lets you know that that is a heyday of things to come. AD, 22 points, 12 big rebounds, 3 steals. You know how many blocks AD had? Hey, you know how many blocks AD has had tonight? 7 blocks. It was a block party, baby. And guess who was invited? The Memphis Grizzlies. Oh, yeah, Rui caught one. And I don't know if y'all saw it, but Rui said that LeBron and everybody else was roasting his dunk package and watching his highlights and said he didn't even have a dunk package. So Rui said he's going to get him a good one this year, and he most definitely did. I'm telling y'all, Rui Hachimura May has gained himself a starting role. It's good for him to come off the bench, but maybe in the future, because he's doing all the things that Vanderbilt can do. I wouldn't say as far as Vanderbilt's versatility to be able to guard the point guard, because we've seen Vanderbilt do that sort of thing in guarding John Morant. He started off the game on John Morant, but man, still got to give him big props to Austin Reaves and the way he guarded Dylan Brooks. I mean, not Dylan Brooks, but Desmond Bane. And speaking of Dylan Brooks, he didn't really score anything tonight. And his defense, I mean, it was decent on LeBron, but at the end of the day, LeBron James really wasn't asserting himself aggressively on the offensive end. And LeBron James was deferring in a lot of situations because he has trust in his teammates. He saw that Reeves was getting it cooking, especially because basically Jerry Jackson Jr., you know, the Lakers went up by like 8 points, I think, there at the very end of the game with like 5 minutes left. And you thinking, man, they really about to pull away. But I want to say Jerry Jackson Jr. went on like a 5-0 run himself, cut the lead down to 3 or maybe 1, maybe 7-0 run. But it was Austin Reaves who had the wherewithal to come back down, put him on ice skates, go into his bag, get into the paint, and actually get defenders off. He didn't really draw a lot of fouls today. Paul-elect, let's be honest, the Lakers cannot beat the Clippers or Suns. There's no chance. Listen, first of all, just because the Clippers have beat the Los Angeles Lakers 11 times in a row, it hasn't been the same Los Angeles Lakers team. I'm going to need you to get the wrinkles out onto your brain and stop being smooth brain right now, my guy. Because what I'm trying to tell you, that streak is going to come to an end. And we saw the Lakers fought, but we're out of gas in this last game against the Clippers, which probably could have secured them the 6th seed in the playoffs. However, it was not to be because we saw everything that happened, and that was because the Lakers had just played 6 games in 9 nights. You play 6 games in 9 nights on the road, and you come home, and basically it was 4 games, I want to say in 5 nights too, and you playing the second night of a back-to-back after being stuck on a plane in a snowstorm, coming from Utah, going into a game that went into overtime. Yes, you were gassed, and you had to work your way back into the game, but this is not the old days, and you talking about the Suns as the Los Angeles Lakers. Who on the Suns, who strikes fear into the Lakers on the Suns? Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant has been proven. I've seen personally. I've gone to games and watched Kevin Durant up close and personal when he was in the prime of his career, which he's still playing great now, be shut down by a Memphis Grizzly named the grandfather in Tony Allen, who was much shorter. So if you play him right and you're physical with Kevin Durant, you can frustrate him. You can frustrate him, and the Lakers damn for sure have bodies to throw at him. So not only is it just a one-on-one situation, LeBron wouldn't even have to guard KD the whole series. You could put Vanderbilt on him. You could put Hachimura on him. You could switch and keep putting both of them on him, confusing which way they're going to play him and throw everything at him. Devin Booker, listen, sometimes you can let a certain player, let him get his, but let him be the one to beat you. Don't let others do it. Because I'm telling you right now, the Lakers match up very well with them. Phoenix Suns absolutely have no bench. The way Darvin Ham has now successfully figured out how to stagger LeBron James and Anthony Davis, start the game off with them together. Let LeBron go to the bench with 6-7 minutes left. Let AD play the whole entire rest of the quarter. Sometimes LeBron James comes back with 1 or 2 minutes left in the first quarter, depending on where they are, because you want to finish the quarter strong and you want to win that quarter. And what the Lakers are doing, they win in quarter by quarter, taking their time, because if you win a quarter, and you win another quarter, and you win another quarter, then you're eventually going to win the game. And that's exactly what they've been doing. So when they come back and they bring in LeBron starting the second quarter, let AD sit for all those minutes, then you're staggering them, and you're going to always have, and that's what Golden State did when they had Kevin Durant. And that was the brilliance of Steve Kerr, because he always always uh, the brilliance of Steve Kerr because he always let Kevin Durant in the game, or he always let Steph Curry in the game. So at every point, it was a great player in the game at the same time. So with all that being said, the Lakers are deeper than anybody in the West. The Clippers, they might even surprise you against Phoenix tonight. I'm telling you right now because Kawhi Leonard, I think he's focused. I think he's ready. We know Paul George is out, but we saw the Clippers have players who can step in and step up. And hey, I wouldn't mind seeing the Lakers, Clippers in the Western Conference Finals. Let the Lakers get that rematch. See who the king of LA is for real. Or I just would love to see Durant against LeBron too. Either way, it's going to be a hell of a series and everything leading into the finals. Yes, I did see that the Milwaukee Bucks did fall tonight, but of course, Giannis Antetokounmpo really hurt himself, fell on his tailbone with an injury. So, that doesn't surprise me too much. But of course, I don't know if you guys saw this either, but Tyler Hero had a pretty big fall to which he broke his hand. So, after he broke his hand, it's just a lot of things that go into it. I mean, when you don't have the players that could change the whole series. Like, look at John Morant. John Morant is now hurt, so who knows where this series is going to go. I'm telling you right now, without John Morant, it's pretty much over. I mean, he was the only one who was going to get him a chance. He already had that hand taped up from a previous injury, and now that he fell on it, you can see his fingers kind of bent. But I will say this, just in case nobody knew this, John Morant's X-ray has come back negative. What's up with you, AK? John Morant has come back negative from the X-ray, so he did not break any bones, which that's good news for the Memphis Grizzlies. We don't want to wish and pray for a downfall on anybody. We want the competition to be right there. We want it all. We want all the smoke. We going right up the chimney and not dodging no smoke. Do I think that was a dumb play from Ja? That's a tough question. I will say this: Ja has always been aggressive in the way he attacks the rim with reckless abandonment. I just feel like, going against Anthony Davis, Ja Morant maybe should have known better because AD is going to go vertical and being 7 feet and putting his hands up in there. That's damn near 10 feet. So did you actually think you was going to dunk on him? Did you think you were just going to draw the contact and be able to go to the line? So now that I ultimately just said that out loud, yes. Yes, I think it was a dumb play. He should have known better. I mean, it's just instinctive for him to do that. John Morant is the next D Rose or Brandon Roy. I can see that, especially the D Rose comparison. Especially D Rose we know played in the M as far as his college years, and just too bad with his injuries as well. Yep, I think Vando going to keep stepping up with his defense. Now, we'll say this: Vando was a -4 on the night compared to all the other Lakers players who were not negative. So Vando and Beasley actually were the only ones who were negative. And exactly, Leon. Tell them, Leon, they showed just how deep they are. I've been saying they was deep. You think it's going to be Philly in the finals? I don't know. For some reason, I'm still leaning towards those Boston Celtics coming out of the East just because. And think about this: the matchup between the Celtics and the Lakers for the how manyth time? And that would be epic. LeBron James has already taken out Tatum #4, so now it would be. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. But what I'm gonna tell you something: John Morant actually needs to develop more of a jump shot. He hit some threes in some big moments tonight. He hit some threes. Look, Clippers 24, Suns 17. Appreciate you. That's 25 Savage. Yeah, 25. Yeah, we appreciate that, Savage. Because I'm telling you, and what did I just say? I said it wouldn't surprise me if the Clippers beat the Suns. And, everybody just thinks the Suns could be so undefeated if Giannis isn't healthy for the rest of this series. Do I think Miami will get the upset? Yes, I actually do think that they would get the upset without Giannis because they primed for the picking. And that might just what happens because I'm telling you, a back contusion or whether it's a back contusion, tailbone contusion, whatever it is, that's pretty painful. And that's something that you can just not recover from. So that's going to be pretty tough for them. But back to what I was saying about 4 players scoring them 20. You had Austin Reaves had 23, AD had 22, LeBron had 21, Hachimura had 29, hell, D'Lo had 19. It could have been 5 players. And you're right, Miami did match up well with them, even with Giannis. So that wasn't just going to be an easy pick 'em series at the end of the day. And like you said, the Clippers beat the Suns with no PG. Yep, that says a lot about them. That's true. Let's see what you got here, Paul. Sorry, I missed the comment. But at the end of the day, man, the Lakers are coming and they gunning, and y'all about to start running. And I'm telling you right now, just like I said before the trade deadline, after the trade deadline, when they made these moves and you saw the team come together, back to what I was saying, and then I'm probably going to sign off. Let me tell y'all. This is what constitutes the championship team. We know AD is a monster on the defensive end and a ultimate rim protector. That's something you need. Vanderbilt is that versatile player who can play good defense, do all the dirty work, and get around the floor. A ball handler in that of LeBron James, who's going to be the ultimate decision maker, and somebody who can easily get to the hole at any time and make the right plays and create for himself as well as create for others. Of course, a point guard in D'Angelo Russell who can score the three ball, who can create for himself and create for others. And then you can sit up here. We want AD to be a finals MVP. We want it any way we can get it. All we want to do is hang that next 18th banner, baby. You understand what I'm saying? AD, we do want to see you do it because it's time. LeBron been trying to pass you that torch. AD, you got to take it. And, yo, I don't know if y'all peeped this, man. For everybody that's still with me right now, what I want y'all to do, watch my pregame video, which some was going on. It uploaded late, so it loaded like 10 minutes before the game. But in the video, I said the key to the Lakers winning the game. This is crazy that I said this. I said that Anthony Davis needed to take 17 shot attempts at a minimum for them to win the game. And lo and behold, he took exactly 17 shot attempts. So, AD, I appreciate that, baby. I appreciate you listening and understanding and doing exactly what I needed you to do. And, man, I don't know if y'all saw this after the game, but Desmond Bane had said, yeah, Hachimura played the best playoff game of his life that he's ever played. But let's see if he can do that Wednesday night. You damn right he can do it Wednesday night. Who the hell you gonna get to stop him? He might not hit the same. All them 5 threes again. Maybe not. But that's something he's been working on with Coach Handy. He's been getting a lot of them. Got caught up in it. Hold on, what you saying, JR? You doing a podcast? We can see what's up, baby. I'm always willing to collab. You know, that's how I do out here. But, yeah, got a lot of stuff coming out real soon that I'm going to let y'all know that's coming out as far as not just the podcast, but the live stream, the live shows, the call-in, the debate show that's coming this summer. We're going to have the debate show, the live call-in. I got the number about to be previewing to y'all really, really quickly. But as always, man, it's much love to everybody. I'm going to do another game recap and going to be back, of course, tomorrow for official post-game video. I think it's going to be a lot going on, and we have a lot to look forward to as these playoffs dwindle down. Maybe we can talk some more about some of the other games. I think Golden State is already right back at it on Tuesday night. They didn't get as much as a break as Los Angeles, or they might be back at it tomorrow night against Sacramento. But at the end of the day, you know, I just feel like the Lakers are the team to beat in the Western Conference as long as Anthony Davis can stay healthy. And I want to know how many of y'all, when Anthony Davis hurt himself, said, oh, my God, what is going on now? Anthony Davis has hurt his arm. He said he cannot move it. What's this? Are you sure Anthony Davis is getting the final MVP? I mean, I'm not totally sure. You have to let a series play out and develop itself. And, you know, teams are going to only give you so much. So let's just say the Lakers were to play against the Boston Celtics. I'm pretty sure the Boston Celtics might scheme against AD. They might do hard doubles to get the ball out of his hands and force other teams to beat you. It all depends on how series play out. Sun or Clippers in 7. I'm just going to say, if it goes 7, I probably go to the home team because that's usually what they were saying. Hold on, I just missed something. Just 2 weeks ago, LeBron haters were saying they were going to miss the playoffs. They quiet. Man, Max, what's up with you, MP? Appreciate the tip. Yes, they were saying they was real loud. And then this another thing, MP, I want to point out is everybody wants to say AD is the one who brought the Lakers back and this and that. If y'all don't remember, AD missed 22 games in a row. LeBron James kept the Lakers afloat with the trash tank. He kept the Lakers afloat when it was Pat Bev and Russell Westbrook and all that crap. So now it's been switched around. Of course, I knew AD once we had the new squad that, we just got update, live breaking news. Giannis x-ray came back negative. It's just a contusion, you know, so it's all good. But back to what I was saying. Look at what the Lakers look at the Cavs record, the Lakers, Miami Heat record. I don't give a damn who record you look at. Look at the record, and you're going to see what the record was without LeBron James. And LeBron James kept a much pathetic team afloat while AD was out. Now, once LeBron went out, LeBron knew he needed that rest to get their foot back together and fight through that injury. But AD, he made some dumb fouls at the end of the game. And the Dallas game, that really, if they would have won that game, the Lakers been in the 6th spot playing Sacramento right now. So at the end of the day, what's that? Paul missed a little comment, but what's that say about being the GOAT for LeBron James? Let me see. What does that say? If AD were to get the Finals MVP this year, what does that say about LeBron? Let me think real long and hard about this. I'll tell you exactly what it say. That the man 38 going on 39 years old. What was MJ doing at 38 years old? I'm going to sit back and wait. Put in the comments, Paul. What was MJ doing at 38 years old? Please tell me. He was getting single-digit points for the Washington Wizards. So it'll say a lot because he had that ring, and it don't mean a thing if he ain't got that ring. You understand what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean that he would necessarily get it. It just all depends. It just all depends. I'm trying to tell y'all right now. It's no debate. The debate is over. It's just, man, every time he make another shot, he add to them points. Every time he make another shot in the playoffs, he add to them points. All-time leader in playoff points, rebounds, assists, and it's just going to keep going. And I said this in the pregame show that LeBron James had more experience by himself than the entire Memphis Grizzlies team when it comes to playoff experience. But I also knew that this Memphis Grizzlies team has been together for quite some time. This Memphis Grizzlies team has been together for about 2 or 3 years going on. But Jordan was always the best player. Okay, so you saying Jordan was always the best player. Did you watch the Phoenix Suns series? You can't always just go everything off the statistics because I don't know if you know this, Mr. Paul, but Charles Barkley was an MVP of the league. Did Jordan guard Charles Barkley? Did Jordan guard Charles Barkley? I think that was Scotty who took on that assignment, baby. Without holding Charles, if you look at that game 6, where who hit the walk-off three? Who hit the walk-off three? Action John Paxson hit the walk-off three in game 6, preventing the game 7 from Michael Jordan against the Phoenix Suns. And it was Scottie Pippen who took on the toughest assignment of that series in guarding Sir Charles Barkley, who would have dominated. But you want to say he's the best in the series. It's all about teamwork. Of course, if you take the most shots per game, Jordan, all them scoring titles we had, do you know what the gap between the next person who had the most shot attempts? If you lead the league every year in shot attempts, you damn better lead it in scoring. You taking all them shots. Thank you, JR. 12 and 14 against the Rockets in his career. Everybody think, y'all know what, I'm not even going down this road. That's what the offseason is going to be for. We're going to have plenty of time to have GOAT debates, call in debates, get live on my feed debates, however you want to do it, baby, however you want to slice it up. And thank you, Quick. Because everybody always knew that. So we're not going to deep dive all into it. But back to what I was saying, Schroeder, great defensive effort tonight. Without Schroeder's defensive effort, the Lakers could have fell short. Austin Reaves, great defense on Desmond Bane. Actually played much better defense than I thought he would have because Desmond Bane is masterful at coming off of screens and being able to hit threes. So that's just something that Desmond Bane has been doing for a long time. Can anybody give me a live update on what the Clippers score is now with the Suns? I'm just curious. If anybody's seen it, let me know. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you right now, there's only one team now that's left that can probably match up with the Lakers in a 7-game series. And I hate to say that, but it would be the Los Angeles Clippers. And that's especially, look at that, 30-18. 30-18. What did I just say, y'all? What did I just say? See, some people might want to start to learn to listen to what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying the game is over. They could come back and may very well win the game. But the NBA is all about matchups. And just like I said, when Steven Adams was not going to be playing in this series. I dropped off a boatload of cheese, dinero, cake, whatever you want to call it, to pick the Los Angeles Lakers to win this series. And I got money on them to win the finals, especially when it was playing plus 3,300. So if y'all smart, man, I hope y'all went out there and bet you a couple $100 to win you about 3,500. You know, but you might didn't do it. But hey, if you didn't, that's on you. I'm glad AR stepped up too at the end. Even if he didn't step up, I still think that the Lakers would have found a way to gut out the game at the end. And that's what I'm telling you about all of the tools that the Lakers have. Man, bro, I love when LeBron, yeah, I'm telling y'all what, Jordan was the defensive player of the year how many times? What, I think Jordan was the defensive player of the year once. And if you really break it down, I can give you a lot of reasons why he did not deserve it, man. Some of these people, man, who ride this dude coattails probably didn't even grow up and watch him play basketball. I was live there. I watched damn near every game the man ever played. And I'm not a hater because y'all seen my countdown. I got MJ right there, number 2. There's nothing wrong with being number 2, man. I don't hate on him. He was a damn good player. But you have to look at all the variables that went into it. Not only the expansion era, the illegal defense. I can do a whole show on the illegal defense and the defense that was played and shows you what really made him that much more successful and what he would not be able to do in today's league. And a lot of people say, well, there's no defense in today's league. These players are way highly more skilled from top to bottom than there ever was in the NBA, in the history of the NBA. And I can prove that in a lot of different ways. And we can break that down on a whole nother show. But at the end of the day, man, I see right now, it might be time for me to start winding this thing down. I want to say for everybody who put a like out there, I appreciate you. For everybody who shared, I appreciate you. For everybody who tipped, I appreciate you. I want to send positive vibrations. I want to send positive blessings to everybody who's out there, man. Continue to show love, continue to show support. And y'all know what I always say, right on to the real. Much love to the haters, because guess what? Haters gonna hate. It's some people that wake up in the morning. I want to leave this message to you before I leave. It's some people who wake up in the morning and before they even brush their teeth, before they even wash their face, they already praying for the downfall of the next man or the next individual, and they don't realize that they bringing their negative energy right back to themselves. Because when you put out positive energy, that's the way the universe works. You get positive energy back. So when these haters come on my channel and these haters have things to say in my comments, and when these haters have things to say against LeBron James, we send them plenty love. We send them plenty love. And like I always say, right on to the real. Much love to the haters. We sending out the love. Put a big 100 if you haven't done so already, man. Like, share, comment. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Post game, we're going to talk some more playoff action. Maybe we'll have a show tomorrow, discuss the Lakers, the Clippers Suns game. So maybe I'll sign off now so I can watch some of that game, so I can have a better extensive breakdown for everybody tomorrow, man. But at the end of the day, man, got nothing. This dude is lying, man. We should ban this clown. I hope that man is not referring to me, because if he is, then the only clown who it is nothing but yourself. You just actually played yourself, because if I'm lying and I'm a clown, then I would like to come to your YouTube page and see if you have 5,000 subscribers who subscribe to the sound. And I'm not hyping myself up by any means, but at the end of the day, oh, my bad, mate. Okay, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. I don't really get triggered. I don't care. I find it funny. But like I said, yes, y'all, give Paul love, man. Y'all don't even call him a clown. Give him love. We love it. We say we love the haters, man. Listen to me. Nothing but positive energy, y'all. Positive energy, man. Positive energy. We got love for Paul. Y'all know who we haven't seen on here in a while. Y'all know the normal hater who we haven't seen on here in a while. What was dude's name? Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis, if you out there, I hope it's all as well with you, man, because dude had a negative comment to come on my channel every single day. And I really appreciated it, because that means he was giving me a comment and he was helping my analytics. But haven't seen him in a while. But Rico, if you're out there, come on back, brother. We miss you. Come on and hate on some more. But at the end of the day, man, this is your boy B New. I'm signing off. And as always, man, right on to the real, and much love to quick, I've been going live. I ain't go live a whole lot of times, but I did it a few times. I'm gonna keep on doing it though, but it's gonna be a lot in the summer. But like I said, right on to the real. Much love to the haters. I'm out.